second profession as well. We'd like to welcome on stage Mr. Ashish Kumar Singh, Secretary to Chief Minister, Government of Maharashtra. Please welcome Mr. Ashish Kumar Singh. A warm welcome to Mr. Raghavendra Kumar Singh, Managing Director, Madhya Pradesh Tourism. The ads you applauded a little while ago. And let's put our hands together. Bringing up the panel is Mr. Kamlesh Barot, President, Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Association of India. Ladies and gentlemen, to take you through the session, it's over to Mr. Uttam, our moderator, and the panelist. So.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I hope the presence in the audience is not indicative of interest in investing in the hotel sector. But I guess that's one of the challenges of a post-lunch session, especially on a Saturday afternoon. If I may, I'd like to start by requesting the panelists just to spend half a minute each on introducing themselves and specifically what role they play in promoting tourism investment or hospitality investment into their respective states.
I'm Vipul. I'm Principal Secretary Tourism, Civil Aviation in the industries, mines, and pilgrimage departments in Government of Gujarat. Tourism being the major charge I handle. I've been in this department for the last 3 years, and we are doing, which you saw in the presentation before lunch. Some of you were there, some of you were probably already at lunch, and I hope some of you have seen that presentation. So we are all jointly working towards promoting tourism in Gujarat, and the results are quite encouraging. I look forward to your participation in Vibrant Gujarat Summit in January. Thank you.
You have mics there. There are mics available for everyone.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashish Kumar Singh. I have worked in the tourism sector earlier, but I'm not anymore directly in charge of tourism. I work in the Chief Minister's office, and one of the mandates in that office that I have also includes tourism, apart from investment promotion in the state.
Good afternoon, myself Raghavendra Kumar Singh, Managing Director, Madhya Pradesh State Tourism Development Corporation. So I have joined just 45-50 days back. Sector is new to me, and I am on my learning curve, and so I am looking forward to your any queries, etc. Thank you.
I don't think there's anything I need to add on the investment bit or anything at the association level. Yeah, that's right. I only wanted to mention this, that Mr. Uttam should not look at the heads over here, because more than this, there are people in the rooms of Leela who are looking at this presentation live happening to them in their rooms on the television. So a lot of them are doing it in the comforts of their room. So we need not be discouraged by the head count here.
Okay, I think it's, we've got an exciting panel here because we've actually got 3 principal secretaries to government, which is, I guess, a bit of a record. And people like Ashish have been involved in the tourism sector now for, I don't know, 20 years maybe, close to that. So before you don your hats as representing government, just at a very, very personal level, when you look at hotel development across India, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Just top of the mind, what do you think of when you look at hotel development in India?
I think now I look at tourism as a means for economic growth and development. This is a very important sector with least burden on natural resources, on employment. The employment generation is maximum. Pollution levels and other problems which industries bring in are really, by and large, missing from the hotel industry. So by drawing the minimum from nature around it, in fact adding to it in a way, it is providing employment to far-flung areas. So when governments look at it as a means for economic growth and development for the common man, then it assumes a different perspective. It is no more luxury segment meant for a few people. It is basically a sign of growth. It is a sign of economic development in a particular area. And that is what matters. That is how I look at tourism, generally speaking. The luxury and the comfort and the facilities, other things fall after this first priority, which governments have to look at it. Therefore, the seriousness in the industry comes. And the thrust which government needs to give it comes across only after government start looking at it as a engine of economic growth. This is what I look at hospitality industry as a whole.
Ashish, any comments?
Actually, I have a dual perspective in the sense that I have looked at hotels in the leisure side in Kerala and mostly on the business and industrial side in Maharashtra. What Mr. Mitra just said, I definitely believe that this is one of those sectors which generates employment across the board. So you have employment generated for gardeners and dishwashers and drivers, people in the unskilled or semi-skilled state, as well as it attracts a lot of employment on the very high-end side in terms of IT professionals, in terms of general managers, in terms of good, very high-end management inputs going into hotels. But so far as investment in hotels is concerned, it actually ranges there's a huge range from leisure to business to industrial townships. Maharashtra has attracted a lot of hotel investment due to its industrial development. In fact, hotels have followed industries. So if you look at, say, the largest investments coming in the states, coming in cities like Pune, Mumbai, even Aurangabad, and a lot of it is driven more by the business traffic than so much by the leisure side. Whereas if you look at Kerala, this is the leisure side where you need to look at investment in terms of experiential hotels, which are the casino or now it's called CGH Earth type of hotels. And a lot of people have followed that path so far as leisure investment is concerned. So I think both of them have to be looked at slightly differently because leisure destinations need a completely different approach as compared to a business or an industrial development.
Maybe I can just step in here. I'm going to turn the attention now a little more to investment in the sector. And, people like us who've been involved in the industry for the last 20, 30 years keep talking about the potential of India, but hopefully it won't remain potential and will become reality. So the question is, what will it take to actually make this a reality? And one of the, I guess, the criticisms which has been there in the past, and I'm going to be provocative here since we've got government and private sector, is there have been tourism policies both at the central level and at the state level. But very often they tend to talk of in terms of platitudes. They don't really get specific in terms of investments, incentives, projects which can actually take investment. So a question for Mr. Singh is that you have a tourism policy in Madhya Pradesh, I assume you do. How specific does it get about promoting investment?
Let me tell you that MP policy of 2010 tourism policy. It is one of the finest policies in India. It has been revised just 4 or 5 days back in a cabinet meeting last Tuesday. It has been revised. There has been some specific provisions. Let me tell you some of the provisions of it. One provision that it says that there may be some designated area which can be said as a special tourism zone. It will be earmarked by one committee which will be headed by State Tourism Promotion Council, which will be headed by Honorable Chief Minister. Ministers and other principal secretaries of relevant departments will be the member of that committee. And all the organizations related to, national organizations related to tourism and hospitality will be ex officio members of that committee. That committee will decide that what will be those areas in Madhya Pradesh which will be treated as a special tourism zone. These zones will get all kinds of exemptions from stamp duty, from registration fee, from diversion rent, from luxury taxes, from entertainment taxes, so then motor vehicle taxes. So there are plethora of activities which can be done through this STZ rule. What we have also decided that this STZ will not be a thing which there will only be these kinds of exemptions. But the government has decided that different wings of government will come together and there will be convergence of activities. We know that infrastructure is the foremost requirement of any business segment. So it is one thing that infrastructure promotion has to be done through the support of different departments, and the budgeting will be done through this. So tourism sector will get convergence support from other departments also. So this is one good thing I wanted to tell you.
So can I just bring a little spice to the sugar that you're adding in this conversation, because our members from your MP, there are quite a few of MP representatives. The world over, I've seen luxury tax is levied on rooms and VAT is levied on food. What went wrong with Madhya Pradesh when they started levying luxury tax on food and telephones and laundry? We've never heard of this. You don't want investment to come to Madhya Pradesh?
No, nothing like that. I will tell you that these are specific provisions. If it is needed, we will take up the matter with the government.
So don't give me bureaucratic answers. Give me real logic behind why did this happen. Can you ever charge luxury tax on, is food a luxury?
So, let me tell you, I have since you know the history that I have just joined 45 days back. That's no answer. Excuse me. Until unless somebody makes me a representation, until unless I come to know about the facts, then I will take up the matter with my senior officers and then we will decide. Now what else should be expected from my side?
Sir, it's not something personal that I'm saying. I'm saying on behalf of my members, I don't have any investment in Madhya Pradesh.
I have already talked to them. I have said to them, some of the members, I have talked to them. I have told them, please, we will organize one meeting either in Bhopal or in Indore. We'll sit together. There are some specific provisions of Madhya Pradesh which is hampering the cause of development, particularly in case of liquor licensing, the issue which has to be, which was supposed to be raised in this meeting also.
I'll come to
that. Then there are some other issues you have said about luxury tax and other taxes. So let me tell you that these are very new things for me. So I have said initially that I am on my learning curve. In between, if you ask me what you have done in the last 45 days, I can tell you that I have given support for a new tourism policy where a lot many things have been decided. I am going to give you new land policy which is about to come. Madhya Pradesh has already accorded industry status in last meeting. Now I have to frame the rules of all these things. So it is not that I am sitting idle. I have worked at different capacities. Some of your hoteliers who belong to Indore, they know me personally also. So don't take it otherwise.
Not at all.
So we'll give you time, Mr. Singh, to
nothing personal about it.
I am taking personal
Mr. Mitra,
because
if I can interrupt,
specific issues. There may be some specific issues which I am exactly not aware. So precisely what I am telling, if somebody makes me a representation.
Sure.
Yeah, if nobody is making representation, if this comes to my knowledge,
okay, we understand.
I will take up the matter with the state government.
Honorable Sir,
Mr. Mitra, can I turn to Mr. Mitra? Are you satisfied with the amount of investment which is going into the tourism sector or the hospitality sector in your state?
I think we should never be satisfied, because that's the moment we are satisfied with the investment, the urge goes away. We want much more than what is actually coming in. A substantial investment is actually coming.
So what do you think is actually holding up further investment?
I think today's meeting and the presentation which I had, the feelers which I am getting is that we should have meetings and discussions like this more often, so that your members, esteemed organizations like you are aware of what is on offer in the state. And that will really make a difference. And then we have Vibrant Gujarat coming in January. That will make a huge difference also.
Ashish, are you satisfied with the amount of investment coming into Maharashtra?
Yes and no. Yes, because some of the best brands that the world has are coming up across the state. And many of them are in different stages of implementation. No, because as Mr. Mitra said, that the potential of Maharashtra is immense, and the number of hotel rooms that we would need to actually saturate the current demand itself would be about 100,000. The challenge that we have is to find land in locations where the demand is so high, and also promote locations where the demand is currently low, but land is available. So it's like a yes and no in some ways, that it's not like there are less number of people wanting to invest, but we are currently not able to somewhere absorb that demand in locations where the demand is very high. Whereas in locations where we would like a lot of investment to come in, the demand is a little sluggish, and it's also because of the industrial slowdown, I believe.
Before I turn to Mr. Barot as a representative of the hotel sector, I'd just like to take a minute to explain what we do, and my company does. We invest, we have something like 27 investment projects in hotels across India covering several thousand rooms. And so now what I'm going to turn to is some of the very practical sort of day-to-day realities that we face while trying to develop hotels across India. And the question I have for Mr. Barot is that, given the context today, what do you think is the investor sentiment towards the hotel sector?
So thanks to these gentlemen sitting here, the investment is a little low at this point of time, only for the reason that there is this multiplicity of taxes that has hit so badly. And I'm not saying the percentage of taxes. Here what I'm referring to is, there was VAT on food, there was luxury tax on rooms, the center said we are left out, so we are putting service tax, which was not also 1 or 2%, it came to 12%. So the direct tax that comes on a bill is 24%, and this scares away the customer, saying, why I'm paying 25% as direct taxes. The investors today look at the overall quantum of taxation that comes to 43% in incidence. Property tax, octroi, water, you name it, and everything is on this industry. We are today facing this red tape plethora. We have this infrastructure status which didn't go into the RBI guidelines, and therefore the interest cost didn't come down and the repayment periods didn't, the DSCRs were where they were. So all these things are scaring investors from coming into any state, and more so with states where there is no stability. The problem is, today if an SEZ is done and an investment goes into the SEZ and the party changes, God forbid what happened in Goa. The casinos are facing music over here. A license fee of 16 lakhs for a casino has shot up to 2.5 crores. Now what happens to a person who's invested? All of a sudden that he was paying 16 lakhs, he has to pay 2.5 crores or shut down. Now where is the investment sentiment going to come across in this? We might make 2,000 speeches with these international speakers to come and say, India shining, light at the end of the tunnel. But at the end of it, when it comes to real ground reality, they don't take it as like what Dr. Ghasanaidi said. Tourists, just do this to them. Smile. Give them a welcome feeling. We're not doing that, and we're losing the focus.
Okay, as I said, I'm going to be a little controversial, so I'm going to request these gentlemen to defend themselves and try and change some of the perceptions that perhaps private sector has. You know, when very often when we go to forums like this, government would ask us, you know, what is it that we can do for you? And my answer often is, stay out of our way. And, you know, that's probably the best thing that you could do. Because I think there's tremendous entrepreneurial spirit in India. And, you know, there is massive investment, there's massive interest. But I think what bogs us down is some of the regulations, some of the taxation, etc., etc. But we can go on about it. The fact is that many of us are continuing to invest regardless. One of the challenges that is obviously there, and I think Ashish referred to it, is land. You know, you need land for any type of tourism project. Now, if I can give you some figures, since 2009, the average increase in land prices across India, and I'm talking of most of the tier 1 and tier 2 cities, has been 10.5% per year, commercial real estate. If you take residential real estate, which is again a good benchmark for real estate prices, there's been a 50% increase in residential real estate costs since 2009. Now when typically in a hotel project, land is about 35 to 45% of project cost. Unlike internationally, it's not 20%, so that's one of the challenges we have, that in India, real estate itself constitutes about 35 to 45% of project cost. So this is an area where we need government to help us. Now, do any of your states, do you, Mr. Mitra and Gujarat or Ashish, do you have any system of making government land available? And you know, we're not asking for concessional rates. Sometimes it's just availability of land. Of course, if you can make it available on long-term leases, nothing like it. But do you have anything in place where you can make land available more easily than it is available from, say, buying it off the market?
I think this is a real challenge for all of us. And as Mr. Barot is saying, he just said the tunnel and the light at the end of the tunnel. I think the tunnel is very long and circuitous, so we don't really see the light. So what happens in land is that government lands are available in places where it's probably not very suitable. It's very difficult to find government land at places which are really suitable for opening of a hotel or a theme park and things like that. Wherever it is available, the department concerned is not tourism department, as Ashish would probably be in a better position to comment. The various departments within government where land grant is processed. Getting government land itself is becoming kind of a racket, where a lot of influential people try to corner land, create their own huge land banks. It happened in SEZs also, large number of cases, and then the development does not happen. So people are very wary to give away government lands. So far as private lands are concerned, my suggestion would be you come to Gujarat, select a piece of land and apply for conversion and other permissions, FSIs and other things. So the procedures, if you relax the procedures and make it very easy for people to, as you said, keep away from the enterprise.